Hey, this is Trapsis Draws, and we're starting over again. I working on setting up the audio feed. This is still considered a dry run, and for those of you who are listening live, you just saw some of what I'm still trying to figure out how to make this look a lot smoother and stream a lot better. As I stated before, this is the fourth episode. I'm planning on making this a daily feed, and I had a bit of a false start last week, just due to the complications from the virus and just trying to get home life squared away with two kids remote learning at home. And as probably a lot of you who have kids can relate, it is not easy getting going in the morning. And kudos to my wife, who is doing the bulk of the teaching. I guess we're all homeschool teachers now, and I give my wife a lot of credit for helping out, making sure the kids are starting good and are working hard and learning, which is challenging in these times. I mean, kids really love structure; they need that structure. And this is definitely throwing it off. So eventually, this will become the new norm. As difficult as it is to say that, and there will be fewer issues. But to start off, it's you have to kind of roll with it in these times, and we all come together and work together. We're all in this together. I know. I'm always wondering what I should be doing, if there's more I could be doing. This is just something that's pretty small. In fact, I don't really think this is too much of anything. Just me doodling here and drawing about stuff. And I don't know. Maybe I definitely love some feedback on if this is something that people like. I mean, if you can't join me live, that's fine. But if you want to, just leave some comments below. And let me know if this is helpful. If it's not, I'll probably still do it. But it's kind of silly. But I'm kind of enjoying it too. Trying to figure all this out. I think it's more fun just to kind of figure out how to make this streaming thing work technically. And I'm certainly learning a lot of stuff. And maybe this is something I can help other people with too. If you want to have a live stream like this, I have learned a ton on the technology behind all this, and although it looks like I'm still struggling, and I am, I'm learning a lot too. So, I'm happy to help folks pass on what I've learned, and some of the mistakes I made, like having a light shining in front of everybody's face. That's, for example, a pretty obvious one. But I promise the technical issues will get worked out, and my own ignorance will decrease as these episodes go by. So you can probably look back at these and laugh. I know I'm going to, probably until I delete them. But this is kind of also a kind of a journal of my own during this time. And I think it's important for everybody to write something down or videotape something and just kind of talk about with yourself, what the challenges you're going through, because this is all going to pass. All this craziness will pass, and then you'll probably want to look back and remember it. I mean, it'll be a distant memory, and you'll probably want to remember what it is you went through. And so yeah, absolutely, record your thoughts here, and I'd be happy to. I mean, I'm going to be looking back on these, whether they're visible to everybody else or not. I'm going to be looking back on this and just kind of remembering what we all went through at this time, and with family and friends, and with ourselves. I know this is an emotionally trying time too. I mean, I think we're all a little crazy. I mean, even folks that spend a lot of time at home or work at home regularly, it's different. It's not the same. All the news is just full of a lot of bad news, and of course the networks love to talk about this stuff because they have 24 hours to fill, and this is the only thing going on right now. I mean, before it was the elections, but that seems like in the past. It's hardly even mentioned anymore, and now it's all about this epidemic. I mean, in a way, it is good that everyone's coming together, which is something we certainly weren't seeing when it was just the usual politics of an election year. And that's just part of our system. That's okay. But But I think if there's any silver lining, it's that we're all kind of on the same team here, and politics seems to be fading into the background. And that's the one thing you can hold on to. That's good out of this. And I see just a tremendous outpouring of help. And there's a lot of great stories about people helping people. And like, for example, my mom is sewing, working on masks, and I got other friends doing the same thing, and they're posting their pictures of the masks they made on Facebook, and it's cool to see that. And I think it's neat to see everyone kind of working together and just getting through together. A lot of great stories on Facebook about how people are spending their time at home while they can't be connecting with friends and relatives. They can at least reach out digitally. It's kind of our curse and blessing that we have tools that help everybody kind of keep together and keep together, but also, we spend so much time on these devices, and it's not all about togetherness. Sometimes it's about, being alone on the internet, and those are the negative things. But I think there's a lot of great tools out there that keep us together. This is one of them. I really think this is kind of cool that we can, anybody can just open up their phone and create a video, create a live stream, and look at this, calls coming in and everything. That's good, reaching out. So that's funny. That happens, right? It's good to connect with people on the phone too. I know these days it seems like everybody texts, but what's neat is that I've shared some Skype calls with my family, and it was neat to see people, to actually see them there instead of just something you're typing as a text. That's hearing somebody's voice is so important. So please reach out to folks. I mean, if it's not Skype, even if it's just on the phone, it really makes a huge difference. My mother-in-law is celebrating a birthday today, so happy birthday, Jeannie. And I hope your day goes well. I know it's challenging living at home, but you got a lot of great friends and family out there. So happy birthday, Jeannie. I hope you have a great day. I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but have a great birthday. Speaking of technology, I just want to share some things that I'm doing here. Over the weekend, I worked on cleaning up the graphics that you're going to see today on Trapsis Draws. I've been learning more about how OBS works, and I shared a little bit of that in the last video. And I think I got some cool things worked out, and I spent some time in Photoshop, which I haven't done in, so long. Because I've been a manager at a large health insurance company for so many years that I haven't been using a lot of the tools that were my bread and butter, back when I was coding. I started as a COBOL developer a long time ago, and then and I got some great friends that so I still stay in touch with, who can remember those days. But then got into contracting and got into PC development and all that stuff. But I also love to do graphic design and illustration, and played with Photoshop for a long time. And I even bought all the Adobe products on disc, way back when. So the big box of stuff, and I used a lot of them. I was even doing video editing, but Photoshop was always the thing I loved to do the most, and I love to create interfaces, which turned into website design. And I made some really bad websites in my day, and some good ones. I'm really proud of the work I did back then, and it really got me into where I am today. But I loved creating interfaces, so I spent some time, really retooling my UI for this stream, which you'll see in just a minute. And I think I got it down looking pretty good. I'm sure I'll keep tweaking it, maybe even add animation and stuff as we go on. The other thing I've added, which is kind of cool, if you go to the description for this video, you'll see a link to Discord. Now, I know Discord is, for the younger kids in the audience, Discord typically is a gamer tool. So if you're on Twitch or you're on YouTube live and you're watching a gamer, typically you're seeing the game right there, and they're in the little corner. They're the video in the little corner, but you also see a chat happening, and sometimes you hear live voices going on in that chat. Typically, that's Discord, and there are other tools out there, I know, but it's pretty good. What's cool about Discord is you can show the chat, and that's neat, but you can also have voice chat. And so those who are interested in joining me on voice chat and just want to say hi, they're welcome to join my Discord channel. And when you first come in, you won't have access to anything, but on live, I can add you to the voice chat. I can grant you that access, and also access to the text chat as well. And what's cool about it is you can share images too. So for example, I'm going to switch over to that right now, and you can see where I'm going to be drawing a bit later, but you can also see the in the very center my Discord address, and on the right, this is a live chat on Discord. So in the center you won't see it, but when people start joining for voice chat, you'll also see that too, and you'll be able to actually chat live with me, and we can have up to 50, 100 people joining this chat. I don't think we're going to extend it that much, but if I want to add a and you're hearing my very loud keyboard. I love my keyboard, but it is very loud. I'll probably have to switch it out for these things, for these broadcasts. Anyway, hold on a sec. Gotta mute us. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. Didn't want to do that on the mic. Anyway, the other cool thing you can do is add images. So for example, I'm gonna upload a really cool image that my daughter drew. Now she drew this as a self-portrait, and I'm gonna have her join us in a session one day soon, maybe even this week. Of course, she's doing schoolwork now, so maybe it'll be a little while. But anyway, so she'll be able to, anybody could come in here and post their artwork while I'm drawing, and they can share their artwork and even join me in the voice chat too. So I can always click on this and show you a close-up of the work. Isn't that cool? So I'm hoping as this becomes more popular that folks will want to join me and actually share their artwork and their voice. Now, you'll remember on the last episode we had a special voice or person join us through Skype, Jay Miller, who is a local physical coach, he's a fitness coach, and he's working hard today, so he won't be joining us in the mornings when we do this, but I hope to have other folks come and join us as we continue this. So I think that's a good start, a good warm up here. Well, a good discussion. So I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was pretty cool. I'll keep this up and running here as we begin to draw. I do have another. Yeah, this template here is for this is what you're seeing now is the YouTube chat. So if you're online, if you want to leave a comment but don't want to join me on Discord, that's fine, but please feel free to chat here and I'll respond back. I can't tell who's on right now, but that's okay. It's just us right now. Anyway, so that's how things are going. We had I guess one last thing. I'll just give a quick update. It's been pretty quiet all in all. The in the in the evenings and during the day this week, and this past week and this weekend, I expect today's going to be a little bit on the quiet side too, and maybe even this whole week. But one thing that I did not do this morning was exercise, so I'm going to do that afterwards. It is very important to keep your physical strength up and to have a good physical outlet as well as a mental outlet during these times of home seclusion. So I did not get going as early as I wanted to today, so I'm going to get some exercise afterwards. Very, very important to do that. Okay, so that was it. I just want to say, it was kind of a quiet weekend, and we did get out and do some bike riding. But other than that, it was pretty quiet and uneventful. Watched a lot of movies and TV and stuff, maybe too much, but that's okay too. Anyway, let's start. I thought we'd do some drawing here. I'm just gonna warm up. I found this really cool site. I've used it before. Let me see if I can bring it up and show you. Let's see. And it's really great for doing warm-ups and practices. It's called Line of Action. Now, I don't know these people. I don't even at the moment have a membership yet, but I think it will be something I'll be doing in the moment or in the future. So let me show you here what I've got here. So I got a few things on the screen here. I got a little timer. Don't worry about that. That's for another day. But if you take a look, it's called lineofaction.com. And they have these really cool practice tools where you can come in here and you can choose who you want to draw. And there's some nude models here. We're gonna just say go. This is a PG type of show. We're gonna say only covered models, and we're gonna say both male and female. And without paying, you get some fantastic models to practice on. But if you want to, you get a heck of a lot more if you subscribe. So typically I've been doing 2 minutes and just running through some sketches to warm up. Maybe what we'll do is we'll start using this tool, and if I find one that looks better than another, I'll kind of finalize it, maybe even get some inking done. So why don't we'll do 5 minutes just to get a little bit, so I'm not so crazy rushed. It's kind of early in the morning still. I know it's 10 o'clock. People have already gone to work, but I'm not quite awake yet. So we'll do 5 minutes, and I'm going to turn off the image here. So I'm going to pause this for just a second. And so the idea is you draw what you see here. So I'm going to go back over to my drawing here. And let's see. I hope you can all see this okay. Maybe I'll just adjust this a little bit. Okay, and I can already see that this thing is in the way. And let me I think you can see that okay. All right, so, well, I already screwed that up, so we'll just ignore that. All right, so for dynamic poses like this that I'm drawing from reference, I typically like to start from the rib cage and work out from there. So typically we want to just do this as one single flowing model, and something like that. All right, so we're getting the breast, the abdomen, and the groin, or hips, better way to put it, and then kind of continue on this way. So just kind of using a bunch of circles to draw out the outline of the body. And let's see, so everything's kind of coming from the hips when it comes to the legs, so just keep that in mind. And we got, so we have the arms. This is a really cool pose, I gotta say. And the second arm is kind of in there. Again, to remember where the sockets are, the shoulders. There's a little bit of foreshortening there as the hand kind of goes into the background. And the head is kind of back. Looks like a bit forward and back, to be honest. I mean, it starts kind of right here. So anyway, you want to start your circle and then kind of move in there, and then you can add the neck. And there's the chin, and the nose is kind of straight up like that. His hair is kind of all over the place. So and then you can kind of reinforce the shape. Doesn't really have to be, I mean, it's just loose drawing. It doesn't really have to be anything too detailed because we're just warming up here, right? Need a little more ink on there. One thing I'm trying to do, oops, that's underneath. I made a mistake already, but see, it doesn't matter really. I mean, you make mistakes and we draw, we'll go on. I'm not even using the eraser because that only goes underneath, but you get the idea. You know, and because we're running on a longer timer, we can throw some clothing in there too, you know, some more expression. Kind of tighten up the foot, which is kind of a mess, but you know, it's okay. It's the first one. Yeah. So I've been trying to draw a little bit differently with my hand in a different position to get more flowing line, because otherwise what I find when I'm drawing like this, I tend to just put too much detail and it gets very squiggly and rough, like, you know what I mean, like this. I just don't get that smooth line. This holding it this way kind of forces me to kind of paint almost the image on with my pencil, and it's a, I don't know, I think it's a good exercise to do. So that's not too far off from the image. Am I happy with it? No, not really, but it's okay. It's just supposed to be a warm-up exercise. All right, so let's see, the next one should be coming up, and let me just turn this back. I had it on play, so I'm going to turn that back on so I actually have a timer. It puts a timer up in the upper right hand corner, which you can ignore. Now the next one is a baby, actually, and babies are funny because their heads are so much larger than their bodies, and so I think for this one I'm going to start with the head, and they got chubby cheeks. And the kid's kind of looking off this way. And I'm not going to put too much detail on the face at this point. Oh, we got a little bit of hair, curly hair. That's kind of cute. And yeah, this is definitely a cute kid. Aren't they all, though? And let's put some ears and ear detail in there. Anyway, let's move on to the body now. So the kid's kind of a bean shape. And so we'll just put a big, kind of a big belly in here. And yeah, because kids do have that big Buddha belly, which is so cute. And then kind of underneath it is where the hips come in. Now this kid is kind of sitting cross-legged style, so again, and the thing about the limbs is they're very short and stubby and chubby. All right, so there's also a bit of foreshortening here. So then this leg is kind of up like this, and I still have a few more minutes, so I'm not stressing things yet. And then the foot is kind of, and let's say this hand is kind of down here and resting on the knee. So I just kind of put the fingers kind of splayed out like that, and the little thumb here. And there's foreshortening going on here, which means that the limbs are actually exaggeratedly short because they're coming at you. So everything shortens up. That's hence the name. This hand is kind of coming down like this and trying to kind of grab the ground right here to kind of balance on. So that's the baby. You can see the breast actually comes forward just a little bit, and it goes there, and belly button there. Oh, and there's a big smile. Maybe I can get that smile in before the thing moves to another. And no teeth, just some gums, which is cute, and a little chin here, and a cute smile line here, and big eyes. This is probably where I should switch to another, the other hand. So and a tongue in there. So again, really rough. I could certainly clean that up a bit, but that's okay. We're not really trying to perfect this. All right, 30 seconds left. What else can I do? I guess I can just kind of tighten this up a little bit. I don't know about everybody else, but I got a lot of yard work. The leaves are, still there from the fall. I never really got a final cleanup. All right, so that's about it. My time ran out. That was 5 minutes, so really rough. We'll just kind of move on to the next thing. So the next one is a girl, and she's kind of got her hands on her hips, kind of like the I can handle anything kind of pose. She's really cute, as all kids are. Now with older kids, the dimensions are different. Still, they're growing into their body. Boy, it's really hard. It's a white background and a white shirt. That is just not good. I can't really make out the dimensions of the body. But I can see the face. They're really focusing on the face. So see what I was doing there? With that other, when I was holding my hand this way, it looked very rough. But to switch over to here and do kind of a flow, it's a little bit better. I'm getting, a little bit less detail. And I don't know why it is, but it just is. Maybe it's just me. Let's see, the kid's kind of looking straight at the camera. Got a big smile on her face. And she's got curls, or I guess, yeah, her hair is curled, yeah, kind of like really tight curls. And you can just about make her ear out right there. So, like I said, it's now, yeah, like I said, it's really hard to see the detail here, but I'm gonna try to see what I can kind of make. She's got some bigger hips, and let's see, she's kind of wearing her shirt untucked. And let's just put her feet here. She's got kind of one foot facing the camera and one foot in profile. And she's wearing jeans, so we'll get a bit more detail there. So, and she's kind of got this, again, I can handle anything kind of pose, which is very cute. A little bit of foreshortening there, but not much. There's a little bit of foreshortening here because her hand is actually, or her arm is actually behind her back. And let's see. So now we can kind of, let's see, we got 2 minutes left. So we can kind of put in a little more detail. So there's wrinkles in the clothing, which is kind of cool to draw. And let's see. Wow, really, again, hard to make out what I'm seeing here with the clothes. Seeing a couple fingers coming over here, and some more wrinkles coming in from the side. Some wrinkles coming in from this side, and right here. That she's a young teen, so she's got a little definition to her torso. And there's also some shadowing because, again, her arm is behind, so it's casting some shadow, but it's strongly lit from the front. And yes, I'm not really doing her facial expression. I guess it could have gone that way, but I'm running out of time, so. I guess we're just focusing on the body here. And yeah, her pants are wrinkled here. And right here. And there's a wrinkle here. Wrinkle line, and things are kind of bunched up at the bottom. So you can put some shadow in here, some shadow in here, shadow in here, a little bit of shadow in here. And it just switched. That was 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a while. You know? It's giving me a good time to. Okay, another kid. Let me do a quick check on something here. Yeah, so nobody's really joining. That's fine, you know. I have a feeling that it's going to take a long time before people do see this, and there's no problem with that. So for this one, I'll do a quick show of the desktop. See what I'm looking at here. And this kid's got dreadlocks. And he's not wearing a shirt either. So let's see. He's also sitting on a ball. So where do I start with this one? Maybe the ball? I mean, might make sense. I'll just draw that in there. And if I'm starting that way, maybe I should start with the hips, as he's kind of sitting on the ball here. Just kind of put his hips in here. And his knee, foreshortened, obviously. Top part of his legs, kind of the thigh area, and then the legs are kind of coming down this way. And the feet kind of protrude out like this. And the other one kind of coming almost straight down and curving around this way. And then sometimes it's easy to draw the toe line in, or a good idea to draw the toe line in. So that's kind of how things are looking. Something I need to do more is study up on my anatomy. This would look a lot nicer. So there's a lot of great books out to do that. I was never an artist. So I wasn't trained. I never had much in the way of formal classes. I think the only art class I took was in high school. It was just one. And I went to business school, so no help there. So I've been I love to draw. I honestly love to draw, but I came into this late. But I'm not letting that stop me. Yeah, there's a lot more talented people out there than me. And, I don't think you should let that get you down. Just admit that it's okay. Some people are just naturally amazing artists. Others really struggle for it. And, I gotta admit, I'm kind of in the middle. There are days when, I can just do this and there's no issues. But I gotta admit they're rare. I usually have to struggle. And, I don't let that get to me at all, because I think what's important is that you're improving as an artist, and that is all that really matters. It's how much you improve. I mean, look, I'm not going to be a professional artist. I'm not going to sell this stuff. No one's probably going to want to ever buy this stuff, and that's okay. That's okay. All right, I'm down to the last minute and I haven't got this guy's head in, so let me just shut up and get this going. All right, so. And get his hair here. And it's kind of messy. And his hand is kind of like this. And, he's kind of looking at the camera. And he's happy. And that's awesome to see. And that is a terrible representation of this kid, but I think I got the gesture down. And that's all I was really focusing on. So, yeah, he's got his crazy pants. Kind of hanging down here. All right. I am not happy with that at all. But that's okay. Can't win them all. And again, I probably should switch to, my other. We're going to maybe do one more of these. Oh my goodness. Stop what you're doing. It's already moved on and it's looking even worse. All right. Looks like the next image that came up is that same baby, but just a different pose, kind of a different angle. But I wanted to do something different, so I'm going to switch to another one. I'm going to just fast forward a bit. And now, let's see where we are. Oh, that's really cool. This is going to be challenging for me, but let me show you what it looks like. Almost like a ballerina. And she's wearing fairy wings and holding a top hat. My goodness. Oh, I'm doomed. All right, so let's give this a go. Okay, I think we're just gonna, we're gonna wrap up after this one, and I don't think I'm going to go on and do something finalized yet. I'm going to save that for tomorrow, and just to keep it interesting. And we've already come, wow, almost an hour, and I think we've done enough for the day. It's been good. I've enjoyed this experience. So let's see. Yeah, she's got a little bit more definition. She's a young girl, a young adult. Really pretty, really pretty. I think I definitely want to draw her more. Get a lot of more detail in her. Just because she's really pretty. And she's even wearing a bow tie. I didn't even see that. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this too. This is really unfair to this gorgeous girl. Oh well, that's okay. You know what? We're just practicing here. It doesn't have to look great. And maybe I'll inspire some people to do the same thing. To draw with me. That's kind of what I was hoping for, like what we did with Jay the other day. So, I'm going to need some feedback too, because I don't know, is this good? Do people like what I'm doing here? Anything you'd like me to change? I am really open to that, honestly. Okay, so her legs this one kind of comes around. Wow, how is she holding this pose? She's got strong feet. Clearly she's a dancer, right? So. And this foot's kind of back behind, and she's on her toes here. Okay, I think her legs are kind of out of proportion, but let's see. Maybe I can fix it by, increasing the length of the skirt a bit. And let's put the arms in too. So this arm kind of goes straight down, and arms kind of do this. And then she's got her hands on a hat here. So I'm just gonna put that hat in there. And yeah, the proportions are just horrible here. So I'm making mistakes, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressing it. I'm not stressing. And this arm is kind of turning inward, interestingly. It kind of goes there, and then down to here, and then, yeah, she's got, and her fingers are kind of, yeah, so mistakes were made, as the saying goes. She's got a really cool leather outfit on too that I'm just gonna butcher. So let me get just kind of her expression. So she's kind of off to this. Her eyes are kind of off to the side. We got a minute left. So you can catch her nose kind of right there. Again, I probably switch this way to get more of the detail in, and get her chin in, and her face is kind of roundish, and it's in shadow here. And the hair kind of cascades down. Yeah, so this should be up more. So just to kind of point out my mistake. She's very muscular too. I'm not really catching that either. But that's where the details come in later. But, and obviously the skirt. So, yeah, yike. But we'll switch over to the desktop to take one last look at her versus my attempt to draw. So, yeah. All right. So, look at the cool one that comes up next, and I'm got to cut this short. But, yeah, that one's pretty awesome. That would have been fun to draw. All right. So, anyway, I'm going to cut it off here. And I think we were broadcasting for maybe 50 minutes. And, yeah, I think it was fun. It was really fun. So next time maybe what we'll do is we'll do just like we did the first time. We'll have a warm up, and then we'll do a drawing, and see how far it goes. Right? No promises on where it's going to end up, but I think we'll do something different. I'm going to keep these kind of different, and maybe we'll try other things. And I would love it if folks would recommend something for me to draw, or give me a prompt, and I'll draw it. I'm more of a cartoony kind of drawer, artist, and this is not typically what I do. It's great to warm up, but I like to, draw funny little characters and maybe anthropomorphic characters and just exaggerated humans. So I think I should probably get back to my bread and butter on that. But you got to stretch out a little bit. I would love to do some watercolors and other things. So maybe what we'll do is, over the course of a week, we'll work on one particular drawing. I don't know. I'm playing this pretty loose, honestly, seeing where it goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Whether you joined live or you're watching this afterwards, thank you for joining me. And please, comments below if you found this interesting, if there's anything you'd like me to change up, or what you think. As the season unfolds, I'm going to be doing some more RV videos. So I know a lot of people join my channel for that, for my winterizing and video and a bunch of other things. And I understand that. I'll probably end up switching these channels or splitting them off separately. But I'm going to keep doing those videos too. So if you're wondering where that stuff is, it's off season, and frankly, with the virus, I don't know how much camping we're even going to do this year, but hopefully we'll do some. Yeah, so we'll see more of that as it goes by. But we're going to keep this going too. So enjoy, and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.